Dear Gen Zs and Millennials, if you're struggling right now in whatever aspects of life, financially, mentally, in a relationship, just just here to remind you that you're not alone. Right? I don't like to victimize myself. That's something that runs in the family. Just what it is. I'm one of the only ones, not in the not in like extended family, but it kind of bothers me because that's how I became what I am, and I'm gonna become somebody obviously else, right? You gotta let go of the past and embrace the future. I don't want to get dramatic, but I just couldn't sleep. It's 5 o'clock. I was in bed 12. I'm like, ugh, can't sleep. Slept a little bit, but I have cats, and it's rare. So I thought, you know what? Let's actually just do it. There's no point lying down on bed and just in bed and like thinking. Thinking does more damage. So rather actually come in. By the way, when I said thinking does more damage, I'm talking about personal stuff. When you're just constantly thinking and not able to do something about it. But thinking before speaking is important. So understand the context as well. The way I'm doing this again is raw. And if you're struggling in life, you're not alone. I'm a millennial, all right? I'll be 37, the fancy number. And I'm struggling looking at all these 25 years olds. I'm like, dude, yeah, you are struggling, but you got this time advantage. You got 10 years, ahead, man. You have no idea what you could do in 10 years. But Rebel, yeah, look at all the corporations and Boomer. They're screwing up everything for us. You're right. You're right. I wish I knew. I wish my mom and dad was a little bit of... Again, I don't want to victimize, but I have to give you some context. It's not the blame game here. Blame game is not my thing at all, man. Oh, by the way, why do I have this 18 Ross here, right? I did this video not too long ago, 3 days back. 18 Ross, young streamer with millions of followers, subscribers, all in their Gen Zs, 14 years, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. They follow some of the dudes religiously and literally will do anything, like just for the 5 minutes of fame or 5 seconds of fame and all that stuff, right? It's crazy. For clout, for even so-called fake promise of dinero. Hey, bake this thing, $5,000. I'll give you this. I kid you not. That's just blown my mind. What if did something outlandish? All right, please don't do that. But what if did something outlandish? Hey, I want you to slap your brother right there. I want to slap your brother. Then I'm going to give you $50,000. Hey, do it right now. Do it harder. Do it harder. And they literally would do that. It's just one comment. The dude, it's literally we are in those days where someone says, I'm going to give you if you jump out of this cliff, and they're doing it. Literally, people can control, manipulate that kind of, situation. Giving you context. Why I hate liars? Lie. Because, yeah, exactly. I told my mom and dad, listen, parenting, amazing. It's important. Parenting is extremely important. But also situation. I don't know how they grew up in. They could have questioned the system and learned something, but why didn't they learn? I don't know. I wish I could control. But how come I took a different route, right? Like, they are not understanding and all whatnot. And I don't want to give you all this history all the time. I have cousins who are very well off. Then again, on my other side, it's just a total different story. My situation, again, it's just that I ended up in this situation, literally no home, right? I don't own anything. A lot of debt, a lot of student loan, 30,000 plus, 36,000. 6 fix SBA loan, which I took in the lockdown. And then while I took that loan, I'm paying back with interest. There are people with PPP who just bought Lambos and mansions, and they're chilling, right? Why am I doing it? Why am I paying back? Well, that's the right thing to do. And how am I doing it? Struggling, not eating all the time. I kid you not, if you go open my fridge, barely have food. Don't do that, all right? Food is so important. I kid you not. Energy is extremely important, but not consuming like non-stop. I mean, that's not so good. But yeah, one thing I do is challenge my mind, discipline it in a way so I can have 1-2 meals a day, no snacking and all that. But then there are times that I'm like, okay, I'm lazy. I'm not going out for groceries. Yeah, but I save money. But no, I'm not in that bad position. But I still sacrifice food and some of other stuff. Just, I guess it's just if I have to pick a poison, what would you? I'm like, okay, I'll sacrifice this. So you might see me buy something else, but I have to sacrifice something. I mean, that's how it is. Unlike some of the scamsies that I called out, all in the crypto space, you have this Bekur and all this guy who just comes and talks about all this fancy stuff. Wake up at 3 o'clock, make this money, make that money. Understand how they're making it. Literally have an entire thread on these dudes that'll show you how they promise the $60 million video games, how they promise this and that, and nothing comes out for years and years and years. Right? Shell companies, NFTs. And why am I showing you all this thing? Because Gen Z millennials, you're buying into all this thing. I could literally sell all this thing if it made sense. If I saw that, okay, this guy would have, got something out of it. But intention is what matters. This guy's intention is just to rob the Gen Zs and millennials of their life savings so they can secure their stuff in dystopia, whatever. And that's it. And then the rest of us are just fighting for the crumbles. Start a civil war or something like that. Like, I'm thinking about this for a second. Maybe you understand where I'm going with this. It's just wild. First, you have this whole situation, the boomers and whatever in power, trying to mess up the whole game, lying with straight faces, just for their own so-called benefits, one thing. Second, these guys are complaining about the Gen Zs not working, able to, yeah, that's one problem. I understand. I don't get but again, I also can't blame you. Gen Zs and millennials, I can't blame you for not going to work because what are you working for? Right? I'm about to save money to buy a house. By the time I buy the house, it will be triple the cost or something. So it never happened. And my mom and dad never even questioned those things. But my uncles, they secured properties years ago, farmland years ago. And my mom says, hey, you came to USA earlier than us, so why don't you tell us? Wait, what? I was just a young kid, so-called. I wasn't young for myself. According to them, I was a young kid. So if I was so young, then why would you even take advice? Wow. So you guys, see that? Unfortunately, sometimes this kind of stuff runs in the culture. There's some good pros and cons about cultures. Let me tell you this. All right? Some of the fat shaming and the racist stuff not racist, no, that's not cool. Some of the fat shaming stuff, that works. Hey, you're so fat. Yeah, okay, that makes us skinny or stay in shape, which is, beneficial, whatever. But there's some cultural stuff which is so detrimental. Because he's younger, he's older, he's able to do better. Or what kind of mindset is that? What kind of mentality is that? If I had that kind of mentality, I mean, that's what it is. Retire at 65, live on welfare, and the kids can go starve. Why? Well, I don't have control over anybody else, right? I only have control over my actions. And again, I told you, hidden power. That's probably guiding me. Or if not, then I would be just crying. Well, I do. Sal cries. Sal he cries like a bitch at times, man. And that's why Sal, I let him stay in his bedroom where he can just go to sleep and just cry maybe. Because there are issues in this world. You gotta take out your energy, right? So some guys, and Rebel comes here, tries to just not think too much and just act on it. Because that's the only thing that's gonna take me forward. There's nothing else. So when I say me, I'm talking about you. Action takes you forward. And yeah, you have these boomers, right? I mentioned, and then you have all these dudes who will gain massive amount of following in crypto and whatever AI now. They'll just raise millions of dollars collectively, and they will pump and dump. Start shell companies. They'll pump and dump nonstop. While making them millions and millions, and us will just come and tell the truth. But our truth is so hard to digest that you rather buy their scam and lose money than actually take a step back and listen to the truth and do the hard work, which actually seems hard in the beginning. But if I told you, it gets easier the more you do it. Just like I talk about the food stuff, right? Last I had was 8-9 hours ago. That was my last meal. And prior to that, I had a tiny meal. Usually I would have 3 meals maybe. If I have some meal, if I have some snacks lying around, yeah, I'll snack on it. But that's why I don't have any snacks lying around in the first place. Because it's just how mine works, man. I had some cookies and stuff and I literally gained 5 pounds or something. I'm going to talk about those some other day. And it's not about only eating and all that stuff. I'm saying to make a difference, we have to strengthen our mind first. Okay? Everything is like a self-reminder to me as well. Believe it or not. It's hard. But this is competitive world. And you can't let them win. You cannot let them win, man. Like, this is so uncool. I keep inviting people on this side. And there'll be only a handful of them. Believe it or not. The way this world is going right now. I mean, I kid you not. I mentioned this in the other channel. I have a few channels. I also have an AI channel. Yeah, just go check it out. Where I teach all the hands-on stuff, whatever I can. I released a video yesterday as well. But I do cover some of the stuff which you might not have seen now. And I don't want to give you history because then I can go on totally an hour-long video. But it's just wild that a lot of people say the same thing. Yeah, it's going to do this and do this. There's a positive stuff, but it's going to have a lot of negative impact. And on top of that, you have all these bad dudes, so-called in position, these boomers, making all the wrong moves, literally in taxes and this and that, like literally messing our future, so-called, right? And then you have the scamsies, bunch of all these young 20 and 30s, in 40, 50s. SBF goes to jail 25 years. You have CZ, 4 months. You have Dokwan, not too sure how long. And then what else? How is he still out? How is this guy still out?
That you understand where we're going, where
How
we've
is
been.
he still out? After pumping tokens after tokens and tokens, living in LA with all this thing and still milking, and people, Gen Z's falling for it. Believe it or not, when I said that word, the Gen Z's, that's the age range. When I went back and saw the damage, did the numbers, the multiply with all the NFTs and people, if you go on my feed, you'll see there are comments way back. Hey man, I just bought this for $3,000 NFTs. Go and check how much it is right now. It's gonna blow your mind. That $3,000, I kid you not, if that $3,000, if you put in gold, that time that gold was half the value, or even like what? Yeah. Now you might, yeah, rebel, you boomer, bruh. I'm just being real. If you actually put that 3,000 in gold, the gold would have been retained at this level, or even BTC maybe. No problem with that. ETH maybe. But well, guess what? They sell you all this garbage so they can cash out in everything else. It just doesn't add up, right? And I have to show you this. I have to tell you this because this is real. You have to stop. Take a step back. Reevaluate. And this is the worst thing. Like I said, because of the situation we are in, I'll tell you this. The boomers are creating this weird situation, so-called. That's why voting is important. Take a stand and vote for the right dude right now. Whatever makes sense, just vote for the right dude. Don't stay at home and just chill. Oh, Rebel, but you're staying at home. Bruh. If you're 25, when I moved to USA back in 2008, I traveled a lot. I went to places. Okay, right now, I'm locked in. Literally like a jail. Because I have to. Oh, you have choices. Yeah, I do have choices. But I have to pick the right choice right now. Whatever makes sense to me. Okay? Oh yeah, I can go out and eat. Sure, I can go self-indulge, waste all my money, and then come and again cry for credit card debt and stuff. Then what? So that's why I have to be very careful with my choices. All right, I am very imperfect, and that's why. And I'm also like, I love doing something on a repetitive basis. So if I do something like once, twice, thrice, and I keep going, it gets easier for me. And that's why I said that's how human body is. Once you train it to some extent, it'll happen, but it takes time. But another thing, your environment is extremely important. Extremely important. Whether you have roommates, I live with roommates 11 years, downtown Richmond, okay? College lifestyle. I'm a founder of fraternity, LCA. I mean, I can go on several things. Because why I'm saying this? Because yeah, I'm struggling. I've been struggling throughout my life. I don't think it's gonna end. I hope it does, but if it ends, my struggle begins when I see someone else's struggle. Then I'm gonna again try to help. I mean, that's my life. That's a purpose. Everybody needs to have a purpose. Everybody needs to have a purpose. My cats have a purpose. Maybe not my cats. Yeah, they do have a purpose. I believe so. Right? Their purpose is to just annoy the F out of me. And yeah, until I actually make it. They give me more reasoning to do stuff. And I look at them, I'm like, look at that. That's the soul. I mean, that's a living thing right there. All right, I gotta take care of this dude. I gotta clean this dude. I mean, that's a responsibility. And there's certain things I've done, and I'm like, I can go back, right? So again, ladies and gents and Gen Zs and Millennials, take a stand. You have to vote this whatever's coming. Okay, we're in a very crazy situation. where UBI, Universal Basic Income, CBDC is coming. I'm going to talk about this on my other channel. It's going to be crazy. When the employers start telling you, hey, we are going to send you through Fed now. You have no choice. You have to accept it. That's not the only option. I mean, there's so many other things which I'm going to discuss, all right? About gold, BTC, the whole game plan. And I know not everybody can discuss about gold and metal. Hey, silver coin is $27 an ounce. $27. If you want to go out and drink or literally buy a gallon, the growler of this draft beer, that's $40 over here. Instead of that, you could buy almost 2 coins. 1 coin, 1.5 coin. How about that? Just buy 1 ounce silver just so you can see how it feels. And guess what? It's going to retain its value. The beer, you're going to drink it off and it's gone. I mean, of course, you can enjoy the beer for a while, right? But whatever. At least you have this now, and then I can think about it. I got to increase my work. I got to increase my network, man. Yeah? Shiny. I got to increase my network. The right way. Create some value in the society, some way or the other. Become a graphic designer, become an editor. With so many AI tools out there, you could just become specifically expert in that field, and that's it. And just go and offer that. In the upcoming days, again, I'll break it down in pieces, okay? I don't want to go on totally off topic because you might say, oh, this guy started shilling something. No, I don't want to shill anything right now because I don't have anything right now to shill. I just want to give you something so you can understand that I really want to see people change and help each other and do something collectively. That makes me more happy. When I call some of the dudes out, right? When I did this video, it was insane. When you look at some of these dudes, young dudes, literally breaking up stuff just because they were promised, and others are just laughing from dystopia. Why? Yo, I could do the same kind of stuff though. Get on Twitch every single day and just keep doing this crazy stuff, but does it make sense to me? Nah. It's not fulfilling. That's the right word. It's not fulfilling. Most of the stuff I do, and I believe my plan is to evolve. All right? Most people get burned out and give up, not because it's a job. It's just because it's soul sucking. Like Hassan Piker said, right? It's a soul sucking job. That Osmo Gold is one of the dudes, probably in the future, he's going to realize, what the fuck am I doing? Well, it's soul sucking. Because yeah, it's soul sucking. Yet you keep doing and doing and doing. So it means, yeah, man, I got to do some work to dinero. It pays a lot of money. That's fine. If that's the way, because a lot of people work because it pays the bills and pays a lot more than the bills. But they don't really like it. But how long can this stick? The winning is when you actually like what you do and it pays a lot, dividend and stuff. I mean, that's just a fantastic situation, right? But it's not always the case. So anyways, coming back to my point, where am I going with this? The situation is very hard. Don't let any one of these dudes take advantage of you. You are individual. Be a lone wolf. Be a sigma. Alpha, this, that, all BS. Alpha, beta don't exist, man. Forget about that. Be a sigma, a lone wolf. But that doesn't mean remove yourself from the community and everything else. And I, myself, had to become this right now because, again, my age plus my timeline and a lot of other, my mission, my goals are different. But if you are in your young 20s or whatever, please get out, work out, have fun, look in this thingy, travel if you can, save some money. Listen, I know. We'll discuss about all this saving and hacks, life hacks, and how you can actually make certain things happen. I just mentioned, when you buy, instead of putting that 30 something in something else, just put it in a silver coin or gold coin, just once or twice, I'm just saying. That's one of the life hacks, just to understand the feeling of it. We'll discuss about all the vacation and traveling, but don't self-indulge, okay? That's just, no, I've done it, and I will show you the videos. Gained 40 pounds because I was drinking every day for like 10 years. Every day, man. You know, I fought 2 DUIs, right? I mentioned this again. A lot of you might watch this for the first time, so you don't know. 2 DUIs. They put a bracelet, what do you call, an alcohol monitor on my foot, my right foot, for 6 months, and they said you gotta pay $10 for it every single day, and you have no choice. Yo. And then they put me on a drug test. She wasn't even supposed to be put me on a drug test. Later, this other guy, DA, finds out, oh, you were not supposed to. Then why did she do this? And then also start to charge me. And then pre-trial for 6 months, 7 months. Second time, not the first time, second time. Then I beat the second time because I took a plea deal or whatever. Why I'm telling you this? Because, dude, I know the struggle, man. I know the struggle, and that's not it. You want me to go back? I guess I am here doing this because for a reason. So, you know, most often you hear parents work hard so their kids can get it easy. It wasn't the same case for me. Okay, yes, okay, I'm living here, this and this. A lot of people are in a worse situation. I understand. I'm not comparing. I was always compared with others. That's why I'm probably like this. Understand this, man, that I also have DNA from my dad and mom. And I kid you not, if I literally followed them to the T, I wouldn't even exist right now. I would be like gone. I don't know. I told you, this hidden power that guides me and put me the way and just makes me do what I am doing. Because my mom and dad totally are clueless. And I want to help. But then sometimes you're in a position that you can't help them. You just like, move forward. I'm looking for the future. My niece and nephews are here. If I have kids, I would like to teach them, educate them, coach them, right? So I'm looking for the future. And you, Gen Zs, millennials, whoever watches this, are probably, who are interested in my stuff. Yeah, I'm here teaching. Not the ones who don't care about my stuff. Like, it doesn't matter. Whether mom, dad, brother, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put it out there. Someone will find it useful. And that's it. What's the connection? Human connection. What else do we need? I mean, come on, man. So that's the thing. That's why I do what I do. And that's why I can relate. It's easier, basically, to get my message across when I'm doing videos than just actually talking to a person. Because like, man, what are you saying? What are you saying, man? Oh, bro, I need to go to Big Mac, bro. I need to have a Big Mac. Oh my God, bro. I got you. Who doesn't want Big Macs, right? Yeah. But to have one Big Mac, $20 meal, we got to be making $100 now. So let's focus on that, I guess, right? Because they're not reducing anything for us. We need to figure out a stand, and do something, figure out a plan. So first thing, stop buying into this thing. Take a stand, vote, participate in this political space. Participate in the political space. Because those dudes who are in the power, they don't know how this whole thing works anymore. So we need to take over. You understand that, right? Yeah, we need to be in that space, the political space. So understand. With the ChatGPT and AI, teach yourself the political system, how the whole system works. Go back all the way in 30s. See the whole founding father, what they got for us and where we're going, and take a stand. Be a senator in your state. Yeah, that's how it works. Get in the house, man, and become the next president, man. What are you talking about? Gen Z, become the next president, bruh. Then maybe vote for me. Yeah? But yeah, that's the thing. If you don't do that, nothing will change. Believe it or not, it takes 1, 2, 3, and collectively, just like in crypto, one guy sees pump, the other guy buys it, then buys it. It's a ripple effect, right? Snowball effect, basically. That's how we can make things happen. Believe it or not. And I wish I had more people around me right now who do the same thing, but it's okay. I've seen stuff, and I'm not here to stop. Okay? Like I mentioned, I have flaws, and then I let Sal go in his kitchen or whatever, make his food, and go in his corner and cry, to shed some tears, take it out of his chest, and then come back and just, because he has all struggles, and then come back and do his work, give back, do whatever you can, figure out ways to create value in society. I just mentioned, in every possible way, and try to save up as much possible. And in terms of saving up, cut down all your expenses. That's the right word I can use. I don't know about saving. Cut down expenses as much as possible. Okay? And I will discuss about all the other stuff on the finance channel. If you're interested, you can check it out. It's Unapologetic Rebel. About paying off student loans, about how to deal with this and that. Because right now, most people are not paying off anything. And it's going to just hurt you in the future, unfortunately. I know it's this difficult. I know. Just do whatever you can. Not the illegal way, unethical way. Just whatever. But I also mentioned energy is extremely important. Food is important. But if you eat the wrong food, it's going to make you much more hungrier and worse. When I go for burgers, I don't eat one, or I eat 2, 3. But when I'm eating rice and stuff, which are my usual food, rice, right? I'm eating a little bit of beef or whatever and rice. And I'm good. I understand a lot of stuff based on experiences of years and years, right? And I'm still a student of life. I will remain a student of life till I die. Because that's how my mind works. If I stop doing the work and action, I'm just going to be thinking and wasting my time doing nothing. And just sometimes doing nothing is okay when you have all the crazy stuff going on. But other than that, just make yourself useful, ladies and gents. Okay? And again, you're not alone. Believe it or not, you might not see it coming from this and that. Why do you really think I have to stay awake at 5 o'clock in the morning, or I can't sleep sometimes and do this video because I'm desperate. Do you see the difference between desperation and hungry? Like hunger? Man, I'm hungry because I have a lot of bills to pay. I have a lot of things I gotta do. Yeah, man, look at this. You have to see the difference. These guys over here licking pineapples. They just go to sleep. They just figure out, hey, tomorrow I'm just gonna dump $100,000 worth of this token. All right, get on the bathrobe, come out, sit in the dystopia, pump and dump, and that's it. No, like no remorse, no feelings, nothing whatsoever. They don't care about you or your whatever, life savings, zero. And that's it. All right, so take it easy. I don't know if I'm gonna do a follow-up on this. Every now and then I just try to go all in. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. What are your struggles? Mind-wise, mentally, very important to stay focused right now. Physically is extremely important. All right, you gotta stay fit, do whatever I just mentioned. Relationship-wise, fix your relationship with your mom and dad. Even though not every mom and dad will leave them the mansions or properties or inheritance, whatever. Don't expect nothing. Just give whatever you can in your means, because everybody grew up in different society, different ways of doing things. There's nothing we can do. Literally, I'm constantly thinking, why? I don't know. What can I do? Oh, I can do this now. I mean, there's nothing I can do by thinking, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they secure the property? If they told me years ago when I had $100,000 to buy this property, or they understood the system, I could have done it. So you get the point now? Because of some people's ignorance, lies, or whatever you want to call it, others suffer. Sometimes it's their mistake, sometimes it's not. So that's why I say a lot of things, a lot of things, I just hate it. And I also hate liars and hypocrites, just like this. They'll come and say something, but they will not do it. And that sucks. So, ladies and gents, thanks for watching. This is your host, RBL, that's Rebel. And I'll see you in the next vid.